j'aurais dû le faire plus tard, mais c'est pas grave. Hop, 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 hop. Salut tout le monde. Euh... Ok. J'en reviens les gens. Le temps que ça se fasse. Bon. Alors oui. Hier soir, j'ai supposé faire son mot. J'étais tellement fatigué. Pour lui, une baisse de fatigue, c'était incroyable. C'est pas grave. Là, j'étais supposé faire Far Cry. Je l'accorde, j'étais supposé faire Far Cry. Mais, sachant que ce custom map est arrivé, sachant que son mot me donne plus envie, puis cette custom map, quand j'ai vu le trailer et tout, me donnait beaucoup plus envie. Mais alors vraiment beaucoup plus envie. Déjà, d'ailleurs... Et je l'ai regardé le trailer. Je l'ai vu. Incroyable. Sachant, et ça ce n'est pas une blague, que le gars ça lui a pris littéralement 8 ans. 8 ans de création. Bon, il y a eu des pauses entre temps. Parce qu'en fait ça lui a pris 8 ans certes, mais il y a eu des pauses et même on n'était même pas sûr si le custom map allait exister un jour. Parce que le gars, quand il l'a créé, quand il a voulu le faire, il y avait un moment manqué d'inspi, je veux dire, en tout cas. y avait des choses du fait que je pensais que la map, et peut-être limite certains, pensaient que là, il serait beau. Mais il est là, j'avais très hâte qu'il sorte. Je vous le dis, hein, on va essayer de finir, son mot, je vais essayer de le finir le plus vite possible. Et peut-être que Some Story aussi. Mais il faut aussi que je finisse Far Cry, fait que ça se peut que demain je vais faire Far Cry. Parce que, après Far Cry, après Somo, parce que Somo c'était tellement pas prévu, mais on voulait vraiment que je le fasse, fait que je vais le faire. J'aime le jeu, hein, j'aime le jeu. J'avais d'autres jeux à faire, mais bon, c'est pas grave, j'aime le jeu est assez court, fait que ça va. Mais demain, je vais essayer de faire Far Cry. Demain, ça va être Far Cry. Parce que faut que je le finisse un jour. Faut vraiment que, à un moment donné, que je stagne. Que je me dise, ok, Far Cry, faut que je le finisse. Au moins. Faut au moins qu'il soit fait. Parce que là, il reste planté là. Je finis pas. Et ensuite, il faut que je m'occupe après de Secret of the Mimic et de Cat Quest. Donc, entre les deux, je devrais peut-être me dire de finir Cat Quest en premier, vu qu'il est plus court que Secret of the Mimic. Ouais, faudrait que je me commence à me dire ça. Parce que bon. Et ensuite, si j'y arrive, je sais pas si je vais y arriver, mais il me reste encore, je pense, environ 3 mois. Si j'arrive à finir tous mes let's play, je ne ferai plus de let's play jusqu'à Avec. Sauf si DaRkM m'en propose. Mais sinon, de mon côté, il n'y en aura pas. En fait, oui, il y a Silent Hill à finir, mais Silent Hill, je vais le recommencer, enfin, le continuer le let's play après Avec. Donc, ça se peut que ça y aura 4-5 mois ou 6 mois peut-être de pas Silent Hill. Sachant que, là, après tout ça, après Avec et quand je vais commencer Silent Hill, je vais commencer à faire d'autres projets dans les jeux vidéo. Ce que je veux dire par là, en fait, d'autres projets, j'exagère. D'autres trucs, c'est du style que quand je vais faire Silent Hill, je vais à cette heure m'engager sur 3 let's play différents. Un let's play de licence à découvrir, comme là je découvre Silent Hill, donc je vais faire Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, 4, puis le reste. Voilà. Donc je fais des découvertes de Silent Hill. Fait que c'est la découverte de licence. Après, un autre truc, je fais un jeu, mais il n'y aura pas de licence. Fait que je fais ce jeu-là, je connais le jeu. Comme là, avec Silent Hill, quand j'aurai fini Avec, je pense que je vais me lancer sur PVZ, Plants vs Zombies Replanted. Et le troisième, ça c'est si il y en a un, ça va être des jeux à proposition. Donc, comme quand DaRkM me propose un jeu, comme quand vous, donc si vous me proposez un jeu, comme quand on m'avait proposé faire un mode sur Roblox, c'est tout ça, c'est que... fait que ouais, en effet, fait que oui. J'ai hâte de finir tous mes jeux. Et peut-être que je vais reprendre 4 Quest 2, 4 Quest 3, mais ça on verra. Pour l'instant, je vais plus me proposer sur d'autres jeux. Mais je vais finir 4 Quest 1. Sachant que c'est un très bon jeu d'ailleurs. C'est quand même, quand ça a sorti, honnêtement, ça me fait un peu chier de l'avoir jamais fait. En fait, non, je l'ai déjà fait en off, mais je l'avais jamais terminé. J'ai déjà regardé les gameplays avec DaRkM, mais évidemment, j'ai pas tout regardé, fait que il y a des choses que je connais pas trop. Mais ce que j'aime bien avec 4 Quest, c'est la référence. Déjà, moi je pense personnellement, je vais vous le dire, honnêtement, 4 Quest, c'est une référence à Dragon Quest, déjà direct en partant. Qui est un très bon jeu d'ailleurs, Dragon Quest. Je me rappelle plus sur quel Dragon Quest que j'ai fait dans ma vie, j'en ai fait juste une. Je me rappelle plus c'est laquelle par contre. Là aussi, c'est une autre licence que je pourrais découvrir. Comme Halo, comme Doom. Mais Halo pis Doom, je les garde pour le après Silent Hill. Vu que c'est des jeux qu'on peut faire sur Steam, ben, je vais les garder plus vers la fin. Silent Hill, il y a 3 jeux que je peux faire sur Steam. Donc, il y a Silent Hill 2, le remake. Il y a Silent Hill Hometown, puis Silent Hill F. Ces 3 Silent Hill là, je vais les faire à la fin de la licence Silent Hill, vu qu'on peut les faire sur Steam. Je vais commencer par eux que je dois émuler. Comme ça, en les émulant, ben ça va être plus simple. Allez, arrêtons de parler. C'est l'heure de commencer. C'est l'heure de commencer.
Le Chevrolet.
Fac. Allez, c'est parti. J'avais hâte. Ah, j'avais hâte. Alors, par contre, il y avait un message, j'ai pas lu. Alors, question. Regardez du truc. Est-ce que... Ah, j'aurais dû lire. Oh boy, ça me fait chier par contre, j'ai pas lu de fuck. Parce qu'il y avait un petit message au début. Ah merde. En fait, j'aurais dû le lire en off. Quand j'en parle, j'aurais dû le lire en off. Je voulais pas penser. J'aurais dû lire ça en off. Ouais, j'aurais dû. J'aurais dû. Bon. C'est pas grave. Oh. À part si je quitte le jeu puis je reviens, mais je pense pas. Je pense que le mal est fait. Bon. Allez, c'est pas grave. Je sais pas s'il est là. On va regarder si on a des commentaires. Puis il leur a raconté que ça prend une bonne ordi pour le faire tourner ce custom map parce que vraiment t'as l'impression de jouer à un autre jeu. Parce qu'il paraît. Enfin, non, mais je veux dire, beaucoup de choses qui ont changé. Illusion of the Dead 2. Bon, ça c'est l'introduction de Illusion of the Dead 2. Et c'est vrai, un truc que j'ai oublié de faire, c'est vous raconter l'histoire. Je pense que je l'ai jamais fait. Fait que... 15 ans après les terribles incidents survenus au château de Barnard, le spectre du baron, Jonathan Barnard, émerge de l'ombre, implorant l'aide du protagoniste principal, Marcus Gwent. Parallèlement, Marcus est approché par le professeur Woodbridge, le vieil universitaire spécialiste de l'histoire du château. Une catastrophe imprévue approche, représentant une menace pour le monde dans son ensemble. Marcus se retrouve plongé dans un autre voyage périlleux, non seulement pour sauver sa famille, mais aussi pour sauvegarder le sang du monde entier. Sauvegarde. First of all, this custom story has been built and tested on the recommended gamma of 1.0. In a game version of at least version 1.3 is correct. 1.0 c'est correct, on est à 1.0. A clean install of the game with the Steam version of the game update to the latest version is recommended. If you expect performance issues or questions, please refer to the WinMe file included with your download for help and information. Ah, epilepsy warning. This custom story contains flashing and flickering light. Please be cautious while playing. To prevent script hopping, the option save and exit has been disabled. The game will save automatically and frequently, and you'll be notified each time. Okay. A couple of conversations in the game can get very long. Many times there will be an option to skip the dialogue. Ok. On peut skipper les dialogues. Parce que je ne le ferai pas par contre. Là on peut. Don't be afraid to use your lantern. You keep progressing and you'll find plenty of resources. Mais semble qu'il avait expliqué que sa lanterne, il ressemblerait à la lanterne de Weebird. À ce qui paraît. Remember to read your mementos if you ever get stuck. Also, if you want to follow the story, remember to read the notes. You will be notified when you write something in your journal. And last of all, please enjoy playing in the journal. Fait que merci à Tim Poise, qui est les créateurs de ce custom story. Amnesia, Illusions of the Dead 2. Que j'ai fait le 1. Il y a un couple de temps.
My name is Marcus Grant. I've been living in England since I can remember. 15 years ago, my daughter Emily had a rare disease called sclerosis. The disease would kill my daughter if she didn't get cured. When I heard that the scientists of the castle of Barnard were working on a cure, I immediately went to the castle to start looking for it. The only problem was that the cure had some bad side effects that turned some of the prisoners they were testing the cure on into invulnerable monsters. Also, the ghost of the castle, Jonathan Barnard, was apparently roaming his castle. In the end, he saved my life and helped me to escape his castle with the cure that saved my daughter from dying that long and painful death. The last 15 years have been rather peaceful, until last night. I saw the ghost of Jonathan Barnard in my own house. When I walked up to him, he disappeared like he always does. From that point on, I knew something was wrong.
Ça leur a fait outan. Pour les gens qui l'ont fait dès à sa sortie. patient.
Marcus Grant! Oh my, it really is you! You need to come with me right now!
Wait, hold on a second. Who are you and what are you doing here? It's midnight. People are trying to sleep.
You don't understand! It is very important that you listen to me. The fate of the world is in your hands.
The fate of the world? What is this nonsense? Whatever you're trying to sell, I'm not buying it. Good night, sir.
No, listen! The world is in great danger. Your daughter is in great danger. The ghost of Jonathan Barnard needs your help.
Who are you?
My name is Professor Woodbridge. I'm the professor of the DaRkM00se University. My team and I were working on the cure for sclerosis at the castle of Barnard until we got overrun by the undead.
You might need to come inside to explain all of what's happening.
There's no time for that. Come with me. I'll explain everything in my lab.
Okay. Time at during the memory but not the present. 15 years of quality solid in an instant as it departs on waiting for its cue to return comme drôle. 15 ans pour... Saving game. Ah, ok. Puis on peut pas quitter quand on veut. Ok.
I'm sorry about the mess. The last few hours have been very stressful for me.
All right. Please explain to me what's going on.
I haven't fully figured it out yet, but listen closely. Few people actually know this, but there's another world that mirrors our own. I'd like to call it the second dimension. That world is like an exact copy of this one. The only difference is that no living creatures exist there. Everyone who has died, people and animals alike, can be found in the second dimension.
So basically, when I die, I'll end up in the second dimension.
Yes, exactly. Do you remember the cure for sclerosis that my team and I have created?
Yes, of course. That's the cure that saved my daughter's life.
That's not important right now. While developing the cure, we somehow created a pathway between our world and the second dimension. It allowed spirits from the second dimension to enter our world, and living beings from here to cross into theirs. Do you follow me so far?
I'm doing the best I can. Is that how the ghost of Jonathan Barnard got to this world?
Yes, and he couldn't return. Once we discovered where the pathway led, we destroyed the portal to the second dimension.
All right. So what exactly is the problem?
The second dimension is a dark place. You've seen the power of the spirits that come from that place. The ghost of Jonathan Barnard was able to summon guardians that nearly destroyed the castle and almost killed you in the process. Our world and the second dimension must remain separate. If those spirits invade our world, they could destroy everything.
I don't get it. You said you destroyed the portal. So the spirits have no way to reach our world, right?
The spirits' powers are beyond our understanding. They are currently creating a pathway that leads to our world, so they can get to our world.
How do you know all of this? And what does this have to do with me?
Jonathan Barnard has spoken to me. He told me to get your help. We are the only ones he can trust.
All right, so how do we stop the spirits then?
We will have to create yet another portal to the second dimension. From there, Jonathan Barnard will guide you. In order to get the portal working, we'll need a power source. The only one I can think of that's strong enough is an orb. I once had an orb in my possession, but it got divided into 4 fragments, each located in a different place. I already have 1 fragment here in my lab. That means you'll need to recover the remaining 3. I will give you this list with all the locations of the 3 remaining orb fragments. While you're gathering them, I'll be working on fixing the machine to help power the portal. Also, it might get a little dark sometimes. Take this lantern with you. Good luck, Marcus.
Thank you, Professor Woodbridge.
Maps. Mementos. I need to retrieve the lantern in the list with the location of the hub pieces from Professor Woodbridge. Marcus going to tell you the journey begins. Fait qu'on est en 1871, 5 février. Today has been an exceptionally stressful day. I found myself in a conversation with Professor Woodbridge, the old professor at the castle of Barnard from 50 years ago, trying to make sense of a peculiar situation. He revealed to me a theory about another world, which he called the second dimension. This world, we take care of us, exists devoid of any living being. Instead, it harbors the spirits of the deceased, apparently. Et excusez-moi si je parle avec le nez An experiment meant to create a cure for sclerosis inadvertently created a passage between our world and the second dimension. This allowed the ghost of Jonathan Barnard to cross over. Despite destroying the initial portal and locking the ghost of Jonathan Barnard in our world, Professor Woodbridge believes the spirits in the second dimension are constructing another one, posing a grave threat to our world. The ghost of Jonathan Barnard, it seems, has sought or helped thwarting this danger. To prevent catastrophe, we must assemble an arm split into 4 pieces Professor Woodbridge possesses 1 piece, leaving me to gather the remaining 3 while he works on creating a new portal. Armed with a lantern and a daunting task, I embark on this journey, knowing the fate of both worlds rests in our hands. Woodbridge's lab location of the whole pieces. The portal required to reach the second dimension depends on immensely powerful energy source. According to Professor Woodbridge, the only power source capable of sustaining it is an orb. One of the 4 orb fragments is already secured within Professor Woodbridge's laboratory, leaving few fragments to be. One of the missing orb pieces was left behind by Professor Woodbridge's team when he was alone with the mind. And later entered in the tomb of Jonathan Barnard's wife after our passing. That piece remained for the Woodbridge former office within the castle of Barnard. I need to retrieve an old piece that can be found in the whole abandoned mines. I need to retrieve an old piece that can be found in Porter Woodbridge's office at the Castle of Barnard. I need to retrieve an old piece that can be found at the tomb of the wife of Jonathan Barnard. Puis oui, c'est vrai maintenant que Tim Proud avait dit qu'il doit supposément avoir 4 chapitres, mais que les 3 chapitres tu peux les faire dans un ordre comme tu veux. Puis le 4e doit être débloqué quand tu as fait les 3 chapitres. Ils ont pris la lanterne. Chapitre à son bon. Soit je décide d'aller au The Abandoned Mines, soit je décide d'aller à the Castle of Barnard, the tomb of the wife of Jonathan Barnard. Dwelling in the tomb. Ah. On est rendu au chapitre 1, le temps.
One of the missing orb pieces is located in the tomb of the wife of Jonathan Barnard. As anybody could have guessed with such an enormous castle, Jonathan Barnard was a wealthy person. After the tragic death of his wife, he built a massive tomb for his wife's body. The tomb was built somewhere underneath a church, somewhere in the north of England. After Miss Barnard's death, many valuable items were interred within her tomb, including one of the orb pieces Professor Woodbridge donated since he thought he no longer needed it. Guess who has never been so wrong?
Tomb, the quiet one. The tomb's almost finished now. Just a few more days of carving and polishing. It's been months of work, but none of us have completed much. It's hard too, with the Baron coming by every day, watching. He doesn't speak much. He just stands there in that long coat of his. Sometimes with red eyes, sometimes like somewhere far away. We've seen grief before, but not like this. He barely eats, barely blinks. Every stone place, every tile we cut, it was like he was watching her die all over again. It's not just love, it's something deeper. Like the world fell apart when she left it. I don't even know what killed her. Some say illness, some say earthquake. We all started keeping a bit more quiet around the tomb now. Out of respect, maybe, or maybe, because the place gives us off a strange feeling, like something heavy pressing down even when just loud. Puis on a un small old canister. 10% of fuel intention. Ok, ouais, d'accord. Charge gate key can be used to connect it to the charge.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Par contre, si c'est un de ces monstres-là, the squeaky side doors grown open, moving from the cold forest into an even cold church. The air is still uneasy, as if warm and divine credence of fate, leaving only shadows, silence. Church of the Funeral to His Excellency Bishop Ainsworth. I hope this letter finds you well. I was not out of idle concern, but from a deep unease that has settled over me like a shadow in candlelight. Lady Clementine Barnard's funeral was held 3 nights ago. Ok, fait que la femme de Jonathan s'appelait Clementine. The church was full of mourners. Their weeping echoed through the rafters. Their prayers rose like smoke. The Baron stood at the altar. Grief etched into his face. A man broken, clutching his wife's veil, as if his soul might go with hers. It was a solemn ceremony, yet I must tell you, Your Excellency, I have never felt the Lord's presence fade so quickly. Not because of her death. Lady Clementine was a woman of grace, and I believe she now rests with our Lord. It was not the burial that unsettled me, it was someone among the mourners. A man stood at the far end of the church, only watching. He did not cry or pray. I do not know his name, and I have never seen him before. He was old but not weak. His eyes were sharp and searching, as if looking for something the rest of us could not see. He did not flinch during the final weeds. He did not lower his head, and then, God forgive me, I swear it felt like the very stones of the church recoiled from him. The hair grew heavy, thick like incense, but there was no smoke. The candles near him flickered, though there was no wind. I made a sign of the cross, but it gave me no comfort. When we moved to the crypt, the Baron stayed behind and spoke softly with the stranger. I could not hear their words, but I saw the Baron's hand tremble as he touched the man's shoulder. The stranger only smiled. It was a thin, joyless smile, not one of kindness, but one of knowing. I did not think he came to grieve. I did not think he came to mourn. Something passed between them at that night. Something that did not belong in the house of God. And dog, I am only a humble priest. I fear it was not meant for any of us to witness. I will pray for the bound soul, and I will pray for my own. I do not think my heart will ever know peace again. May the Lord keep us in His grace, Father Augustine. slot machine.
Eternal dusk. The lady sleeps beneath us, her bones wrapped in silks finer than any soul could deserve. At first I thought I was just imagining things, but I heard her again. The night, that soft weeping behind the altar wall, like a woman moaning in eternal dusk. I used to come here for solace. Now the crucifix above the pulpit bends over so slightly toward the ground, as dark as ashamed for what this place has become. I lit a candle and whispered the whole white. The flame turned blue, and ink like it filled me in sin. I cannot go beneath the church again, not while her tongue remains open, not while her voice calls out.
remercier le gars qui...
Run by the
His local enormous castle life. Art's death, including
Ok, je suis trop con. Tonight, je veux bien dire qu'on va monter un peu, hein. Parce que... On est au vent tout, c'est difficile à faire. C'était où j'avais trouvé l'autre? Je me rappelle, on avait trouvé un. Sauvegarde, on va s'arrêter solo. Correction. The corridors beneath the church went into darkness, find quiet echoes from afar. Sophia chilling in an opposite wake, that in her hair, distance in her eyes. Follow every step. Bon, on va être solo. On va être solo. Ça date très cool, ça date très cool comme custom map. Je sais pas quand je vais y revenir parce que là, il faudra que je fasse en sorte que je finisse son nom pour faire quoi. Je vais finir ce jeu là après, c'est une custom map. Allez. Allez, moi je vous dis bye tout le monde, puis à une prochaine fois. Allez, bye.